Good morning. Welcome to my Forex market analysis. It's 17th of August and it's Monday today. So let's start off with the XY on weekly analysis. So 3 weeks earlier, we had an expansion candle where we got a lot of trades. Um, this week was just a consolidation. Last week was consolidation. And we opened this week. Price could do two things. Either it could just break downside and continue expanding to the downside, or it could go up into the fair value gap of the weekly time frame. This one, sweep these highs and then push to the upside, which is more likely because price needs some liquidity to move down. And if we reach till this, we sweep this and tap into fair value gap. I'm expecting price to move down very violently and eventually, we get another phase of expansion through which we can trade, or it could just break down from here. But this would be very likely option as well to trade. If we move down to daily time frame, what do we see? We have this expansion phase, and then we got this consolidation range. So from big range to a small range, from expansion to a consolidation, and when price is in a consolidation, it could do. We could expect it to do two things. Either it could, so this is the consolidation low, and this will be the consolidation high. So we could either see price sweeping and reversal, or we could see price breaking to the downside, or we can see price sweeping this and going to the downside. So currently being in a consolidation, we're having an expansion. It's better to for price to for us to wait for the price to either break to the downside or break to the upside before uh, thinking about jumping in market. Because we are in middle of the consolidation now. Best place to sell is here and best place to buy is here. But in the middle of consolidation, it's not really wise to take a trade. But it's on daily time frame. I don't use daily for my high time frame. I use 4 hourly. But it's good to keep in mind that we are in consolidation on daily. Now moving on to the high time frame. What do we see here? We are in a consolidation, and recently what price did it is we sweep the consolidation high, which is this, and we break. We got the change in state of delivery. We got pushed to the downside, a pullback, and expansion again with multiple fair value gaps, which we got to see for the first time. Price didn't make such a so many fair value gaps. So what we can expect is expansion pullback, and an expansion to the downside. Price trying to reach these strong liquidity levels, which is these lows. We already sweep the highs, which are liquidity resting above these. So what's the plan for today? As soon as the market opened, we started expanding to the downside, but we still did not reach the wrong liquidity. So if we could come back to these levels, uh, which is really tough for price to do because it has to move back up again and then go down. So the range would be completely done. But in order for me to take a trade, I need to wait for price to come into this 4 hourly fair value gap, which is in yesterday's daily candle. And then we get price to from here to come back, sweep, and then push to the downside. So this is the zone from which I'm expecting price to react out of. And these will be the targets, these lows. Now we have the order flow 4 hour, which is clearly to the downside. Why? Because we are making lower lows and lower highs, and we are getting bearish fair value gaps. So the order flow is clearly to the downside. Another thing that we need to look into is uh, which what's the zone from where can we expect price to reverse that around. So this is the fair value gap from which we can expect price to react out of. And now we need to find a swing point on hourly time frame. Do we have a swing point? Yes, we do. And this is the swing point. So a lot of liquidity resting here. People who solve here, their liquidity is resting here. We have a bearish fair value gap. This is the Asian session, which we are in the blue background one. What I can expect price to do is once the London session opens over here and the New York session here, it's hard for price to go up and give me a trade in London session. So the best thing I can do is wait for Asian to complete, then let the London session open, reach till here, and then New York opens, sweeps, gives me a trade, and then we expand to the downside again. So because Asian session we just have three candles or something like that for price to close, then London will open, and it's really tough for price to go this far. So it's better for us to wait for London session to reach near the point of interest from where I'm willing to sell. And then New York session opens, we sweep the hourly swing, tap into fair value gap, we sweep the London liquidity and we close below and take a sell entry here, put the stop loss above and let it ride till these lows, the daily drawn liquidity, which is this, change it to drawn liquidity. Yeah. So this is the plan for DXY. For me to take a trade, I want price to approach this level. I'll set an okay. Yeah. Now EU on weekly expansion candle consolidation, consolidation. What can we expect? Open, price go low, high, and then close. So price is still bullish on weekly. According to me, we have a bullish fair value gap, or we can just like DXY. I want DXY to go up till here and then come down for a bigger expansion. So just like that, open, go low, sweep this low, tap into fair value gap, and then push to the upside. If I look on daily time frame, we had an expansion, we have a consolidation right now. Yesterday's close, it's still in consolidation, price is still in consolidation, and it would be better for price to break above it so we can be confirmed that okay, the expansion has finished. And then from tomorrow we can take taking trades from until this drawn liquidity. Or if we just go up, sweep it and close back, and then we can continue looking for sells to this swing point. It will be a really good swing point to take sells to. If I look into daily 4 hourly time frame, what do we see? The order flow is clearly to the upside. So this is a change in state of delivery. We had a bullish expansion, pullback, expansion, pullback, and we are in expansion again. Multiple fair value gaps, and the order flow is clearly to the upside. What can we expect today? As soon as the price open today, we are expanding. We did not make a low yet. We keep on expanding, and we are currently in a at a liquidity point. So price could do two things here. Either it could sweep it and come down crashing, or it could just break it to the upside and then continue going to the upside. So let's take the first scenario. If we sweep it and we close back in, so there's no way that price momentum will be still bullish. By the time we sweep and we turn bearish, the price would have been turned from being bullish to bearish. Why? The reason being we are at a liquidity point. So it could just sweep come back, and today's candle will look like a candle too, which is often go high, low, and close. So it will be a bearish candle instead of bullish candle. So it's not smart to long. Other thing it could do is price could just break above and close, which is a good bullish signal. But for today, the range would have been completely done. I wanted price to come back to this fair value gap. And no matter what price does, by the time it reaches this fair value gap, which is yesterday's bullish fair value gap, my 4 hour zone to take a trade, it would have been completely bearish. So I don't see any setups in forming in EU as of today. The reason being we are at a liquidity point. If price was not at a liquidity point, I would have waited. But because we are at an important level, which is the consolidation high, so it's better to for daily candle to close above. Then tomorrow we can continue the expansion or just sweep and close below that. Tomorrow we can continue the down expansion. But for today, it's really a choppy zone, and the probability of price hitting stop losses is very high because this is just a bad zone to trade. So I'm not looking at EU. Let's look at GU. The weekly of GU. We have expansion, price fair value gap. We tap into fair value gap. We got a candle three, a strong expansion. Price is just expanding really slowly, but it's expanding to the upside. Now, on daily time frame, we have a drawn liquidity, which is this point, and we have this kind of range, kind of expansion price going up slowly, but we respected this bullish fair value gap, and then we push up, and price just react to this high. Now, just same like you, we price could do two things. Either it could sweep yesterday's high and then close back in. So which will be a bearish scenario for tomorrow because we are at a liquidity point. And also it's a weekly high. So it's last week's high. This point, it's last week's high. We will sweep last week high and then close back in, which is a bearish scenario. So this is the first thing. The second thing price could do is just close above. And if price closes above, there's no way that we can get a trade today. We can get a trade tomorrow, but not today. So if I look at 4 hourly, what's the order flow? Order flow is clearly going to the upside. Why? We have a change in state of delivery, which is this. We turn from bearish to bullish. We have a pullback. We have an expansion, which is followed by multiple fair value gaps. We had a pullback again, and an expansion again. Now, there is this drawn liquidity point, a really important liquidity point, and price formed a high here yesterday. So, as I said, this is our daily candle. As soon as the price open today, we continue expanding to the upside. So what's the price doing is open, go high first. In a bullish scenario, what do we need? We need price to open, go low first, give us an entry, and then push to the upside. So imagine instead of price opening and going up first, if it would have opened, go low first, give us an entry here, and then high and then close. So this would have been a perfect scenario. If price would have gone down first, then I could take a trade. But it's going to the upside towards this strong liquidity. So there's no reason for me to enter here. As I said on daily time frame, we can do two things. We can go up, sweep, and then push to the downside. So from bullish to being bearish, which is a reversal signature, or we could just push to the upside, close above, and then continue expanding to the upside, for which there's no possibility of getting a trade today. The reason being we have to come back to this level and get a trade from here again, which does not make sense. Price would have turned bearish. So the best thing to do is wait for price to close above, giving me a bullish candle for the daily, confirming that we break the consolidation, also we break the liquidity point, and then tomorrow marking a fair value gap, waiting for price to pull back into the fair value gap and taking a trade from there, which is much safer option to choose among these two. So all in all, the reason of not taking a trade probably will be we are at a liquidity point and the price got turned bearish from here. So it's better to for us to wait today. Either we get a reversal and tomorrow we can sell, or we get a continuation and tomorrow we can buy. Same with EU. Either we go up or either we go down. Then tomorrow we can decide. And DXY as well. So this was the analysis. I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.